Hey guys, welcome to another episode of BubbleteaS Gaming. And no, I won't be going through Drake update. Okay, but if you guys want, we can just take a look at Drake though. So here we go. Drake is level 3. Okay, so for me, I'm very pensive in getting Drake to level 4 because I already have any level 4. So if only value for me to send Drake in a full spear line though, which I rarely do. I'm more infantry cav focused. My spears are decent, but I kind of don't like them being the front line. Just personal preference though, so I might hold off Drake until I get the tokens come out in the shop, then I'll slowly buy it. So at the meantime, I also can slowly get the level 4 books which are critical and not, which are the main hassle though. Sometimes you have epic tokens like the full set, but you don't have any of the books. You also have to suck a thumb. I also don't feel like wasting my blue diamonds. Yeah, okay, so basically about this, a lot of people don't know that you can just buy blue diamonds directly and it's unlimited limit though. So this is quite not value for me because I rather do it slowly and not waste 125k blue diamonds, but in a sense that it won't be a waste. Cause every one of the commanders, if you want a level 4, is gonna consume the level 4 books. It's gonna go really fast. I doubt there will be a time whereby you have an excess of XXX books that you can't use finish. Okay, so let's do about Drake. So his awakening is basically same as Enzo and Let's, but his is Jade, King of the Jade Sea. Every 3 seconds, defense by 6%. Let's and Enzo is 5%, so don't know why they gave Spear more. Because if you notice, Spear defense and health is the lowest among the 3. People say Cav is the lowest. No, check your base. Spear is the lowest. So maybe this one bumps it up so that it can match evenly with the rest of the formation. Then, same as Let's Cats, 1% of wounded allied troop. That's not too bad. So then if you upgrade him, you're getting the same as less. I think it's 84 stats. So attack, health, defense is around that area. It's not really that much. It's game breaking and all, but keep in mind that if you're in a formation whereby you have Layla level 4 and you have Miranda level 3 and Drake level 3, it's really hard to say which is better though. Because Miranda is a female. So I think given if this were both level 3, Drake extra stats will be offset by Miranda's chance to proc. So if you're going by this logic, you can easily deduce that the commander damage XX is about the same as this guy's stats, because I think the game balances everything out, so you can roughly do a reverse engineering to backtrack what is what. Okay, so what's that new benefits? I haven't unlocked it yet, not recharging for the time being. Okay, today's topic will be castle siege formation. Okay, need to bust out notepad 20 for this. So castle siege is a rare thing nowadays because everyone doesn't do it, but here everyone is mainly event focused. So basically if you port into a kingdom, basically one kingdom rules it. I've been looking at the other kingdoms for potential invade, but no man, mainly it's basically one kingdom rules, or it's very hard to find a kingdom whereby they have siege daily. So sieging is kind of a lost art. Don't blame them. It's actually pretty costly, but this is what to do in a castle siege if you're new though. So castle siege usually banner must send the last line. Okay, so let's say in spear, inf, cav, and the banner sends 1 million spear as a front line, then he locks the spear and he has 3 million and 2 million infantry, 2 million inf, 2 million cav. So if the formation gets bumped out and all his spears get wiped, he automatically gets walked back, even though you didn't lose the siege, but he lost his whole deployed. Don't know whether they changed this, but this is what usually happens though. Okay, so in a siege, right? In a siege, you're gonna be attacking with one formation, and unless you switch, you're gonna be defending with another formation. You're gonna be defending with the same formation. So what does this mean? So let's say if I send this the above example spear inf calf, and I send 2 million, 2 million, 1 million. Let's say I have a 5 million rally size. So if I get bumped out and I lose like 0.500k spear, I'm gonna be left with 1.5 million spear, 2 million inf, 1 million calf. You get the logic? Okay, so if you get this logic, then as the rally, the banner though, usually the banner is the 1 million calf at the last, because like the banner can't refill the castle without disbanding. So it's always a good tip to like put the banner allocated at the last. One for reason one you see, and two for the reason that I'm saying now. So if you want to switch formation, your fillers have to actually pull out all the spear, or pull out 1 million spear to make it 0.5 spear. Then when they refill the castle for the next attack, you can go 2.5 million inf and 1 million calf. Wait, yep. So if you do this composition, you are more focused on the inf. So if you send like a heavy spear, the opponent sends a heavy spear, it gets hit harder. So, but let's say if the opponent sends a full infantry, it's also not that bad, because like the inf is gonna kill your spear really fast, and ends up your inf is gonna defend, your calf is gonna 3x their inf. So it's for castle formation, for castle siege formation is usually gonna be like this, because it's very hard to change formation unless you recall and resend. But if you do that, you're opening yourself to getting solo and field again, so there's some kind of delay. So it's a mind game to see when they want to switch their troops though. I know some people don't like to take hits where they're not favorable, because they saw the formation and they scouted they would disband. All valid plays, man. So if you wanna and what happens if after seeing the scout report and you wanna change your comp, you can easily set 2.5 million spear, call all the people who send the inf to go back, 0.5 million spear inf, and 4 million calf. So if the opponent sends a heavy infantry front, this formation is gonna kill them. But there's no way in a castle siege you can do from spear inf calf, you can go calf inf spear or inf calf spear. So it's very important to have commanders to allocate to this situation like this. You get what I'm saying? So unless you recall and redraw, then you resend, you can change the formation, but you can't. So everyone that is gonna be doing this is usually gonna be playing in scenario A. You get what I mean? So scenario A is this scenario. So in this video, it's just a rough intro. So if you want to do your first siege, I know a lot of new servers, they still do castle siege, but it's quite hilarious though, because they don't know what they're doing, then they're attacking with T3. And you only swap formations when you know the guy is gonna change up or their formation and stuff. So it's a bit mind game though. So due to the fact that today's video will be explaining this, and today's video will be about formation in the castle. So let me just pull it out. So if formation sieging, you have to use a formation that is always optimized. So what does this mean? So this means that you favor commanders that are very favorable total attack. So this line is usually what they send, because they're all total attack. So like you can switch and redraw, and you don't have what they call dead stats. A few people like to do this, like they put their front line as the 5th commander. That is also valid. So in the example, if I was going spear, I'll put Drake. So my spear front half will get 2 buff, because Annie is coincidentally a spear health buff as well. But I'll lose the Layla's dead draw. But Layla's dead draw, I'm using it for the passive for the female. But due to this only having 1 extra female, the comp is really weak also. So you might consider putting Miranda, and it wouldn't be wrong though. So let's say if you pick this formation, let's say if you want to do scenario where you want to change 4 million calf. If you change 4 million calf, you're losing out on about 2 commanders worth of buff, like 1 commander full buff. So this is usually okay, but what I recommend doing is you find the one with the highest total attack, and you jam 2 frontline. What does this mean? If, for example, if I'm doing spear inf, I will jam it like this. So if I redraw my spear and I fill it with inf, I have 2 frontline commanders to like really balance it out. So the opponent has to be wrecking through my Drake and my Annie's health in order to hit my Let's Cat's health. Then if I want to refill it with infantry, I'll be giving up Drake stats, but I will be buffing up my Let's Cat stats. So like, you want a formation whereby it's easily to switch. You get what I mean? So not sure how I can explain this better though. So if you really want a dynamic formation, even this is not wrong. Look, all 3 lines are pretty much balanced, and you can swap, and you don't give up that much stats, and all of your lines all have a health buffer. There's like 80% health buffer. Look at this, they're all pretty much like a decent amount. So this is my lesson to you. Like, don't think castle siege is just about throwing money. And if you, for example, siege in a castle whereby you have the in front line and you do this, let's say you do this, you give out on the flexibility of your composition. So let's say you want to change to, you want your spear comp to be more though, you're giving up a lot of stats from the tree. So for those new guys trying out a new server on like sieging castle siege, I recommend just trying it out and like be flexible though. If you look at CCS and you look at the non-whale CCS, you look at their commanders, they're usually quite complete total attack commanders though. So the logic of defending and castle siege total attack, right, is very different. So this is just a small snippet and something to think about when you go home though. So this is BubbleteaS signing out. Take care and enjoy the weekend.